Disclaimer, I know nothing about music theory, so feel free to laugh at me in the comments if this makes no sense to you music theorists. What purpose do lyrics serve? Think about it. Songs are essentially sounds put in variation to convey an emotion. Why do we even need to throw words in the mix? Like, what are they here for? It's like algebra, just let me deal with the numbers, get these garbage letters out of my face. As someone who actually enjoys writing and has attempted to write some of their own song lyrics, I believe when used right, they can convey something greater than sounds ever could. But because music is such a broad term and the amount of songs that exist on Spotify is honestly kind of scary, we first need to classify the different types of songs to define what the lyrics mean in each category. For example, instrumental songs. What purpose do the lyrics serve in those songs? Well, this is awkward. I guess this proves the point that lyrics don't have a purpose. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. This at least proves that lyrics aren't required for a song to exist. These songs are able to set an emotion just by making sounds. You listen to the song and you feel happy, sad, angry, emotionally traumatized by a past event. One could argue that this is the best form of music since it's practically dominated by classical music, and since it's the OG, it must be the best. But as we keep going, I think you'll start to notice an interesting change of pace. Adjacent songs are songs with lyrics that directly tie to the tone of the music. You've got a happy sounding song, you're gonna get some happy lyrics. You've got a funky sounding song, you're gonna get some funky lyrics. Most radio and modern pop songs fall into this category because it's the safest option. All you're doing is throwing some appropriately toned lyrics over that catchy instrumental riff you've created. Or maybe you've discovered the perfect melody and all you need are the perfect words to sing it through. The lyrics technically don't have a distinct purpose since they're just backing up what the music already makes you feel, but this is definitely a step forward for lyrics from instrumental music. So if I haven't convinced you enough that lyrics don't matter, here's the defining category. These songs aren't trying to make you think or feel anything other than hype. They're just catchy beats with effortless lyrics over them. Does that make these songs bad? Well, in some cases, these are the perfect songs someone might want to listen to. Maybe you just want to listen to that hype beat because you're partying with your friends, or you're in the mood to headbang. Not everyone has to have perfect lyrics. Not everyone needs to be perfect. I mean, look at me. My last video's aspect ratio was off for some odd reason. I'm just gonna blame it on Adobe because I literally did nothing different than my other two videos. Most songs in this category are modern rap songs. If you want a few examples, look no further than our future president of the United States, Kanye West. I wrote that in the script as a joke and just read it without any sense of irony that actually terrifies me. Freestyle 4 is a great self-aware example. I can't play you a clip of this song for obvious reasons, but I think you get the point. More examples are artists like Gucci Mane, Young Gravy, Lil Yachty, and as much as this rapper tries to distance himself from this type of music, Logic still has many songs that fall in this category. I guess this type of music can be known as the flexing type because not only are they flexing through their lyrics, but the main point of making these songs are to kind of flex at how great they are with making beats. I used to be really against this type of music because, well, in the words of Tyler Joseph, lyrics that mean nothing, we were gifted with. But as I've gotten to know this type of music a little more, I see the appeal, and while it's not something that I'd listen to that often, there's definitely a market for it, so you do you, I guess. Hey Genius, stop making verified lyrics videos for these types of songs. The fans don't care about the lyrics, and most of them are quite self-explanatory. You're not gonna get much more than, I be flossing. How about you actually do it with an artist that has something to say? So for this category, just think of the lyrics as a placeholder for the music. Okay, this one's pretty straightforward. Songs that tell a story through their lyrics are storytelling songs. You wouldn't have gotten the story if it weren't for the lyrics specifically telling you it. We've gotten to the point where the music can only take you so far. Now it's up to the lyrics to give the listener context as to what's going on in the story. A few examples are A Car Torch to Death by 21 Pilots, Stand by Eminem, Fire Coming Out of a Monkey's Head by the Gorillaz, and Nothing Better by the Postal Service. Even instrumental songs are able to do this. An example of that is that one horse racing song that was in the Silly Symphony's Mickey Mouse cartoon. You know, that one that was playing in the Silly Symphony Swings ride in California Adventure? Yeah, that song. That's an instrumental storytelling song. Hey, speaking of Disney, the only reason I have 20 subscribers is because I talked about Disney for 40 minutes straight. So by that logic, I should gain some more subscribers if I talk about Disney. Most musical songs fall into this category since the literal definition of a musical is to tell a story through music or something like that. I don't know. If you don't believe me, just look it up. If you were just listening to the soundtrack, you wouldn't know that Moana wants to leave her island and explore the ocean unless the lyrics told it for you. But like I said, this category can still work without lyrics. So do lyrics even matter? Okay, here's where things get interesting. Switcheroos are songs that convey one emotion, while the lyrics tell an idea or emotion that is a sharp contrast to the sound being played. You've got songs like Hard Times by Paramore, where the music is happy and upbeat, but if you look at the lyrics, yeah, that's pretty depressing. You've also got Pumped Up Kicks by Foster the People, where the song sounds real exciting and carefree, but oh god, oh no, what are these lyrics? These songs in particular are doing this because the writer is making a statement about hiding your true emotions. When facing your hard times, it may not be something you want to shout out to the world, so you'll mask it through a happy tune and hope it doesn't draw too much attention. Finally, the lyrics actually do serve a purpose. If it were just the music by itself, it would just be a happy song, but with the lyrics, we find out that it's actually a sad song. One complex version of this is with Kendrick Lamar. You want to know why Anthony Fantano is always giving Kendrick really high scores? Well, he probably likes his music, but also because he's a lyrical genius. You really need to listen to the entirety of one of his albums to get the full story. Take Backseat Freestyle as an example. If you were to just listen to the song without any context, you would probably think that this song lies in the mindless category. But what Kendrick does completely breaks the whole category system that I've made. This is a song that sounds like a mindless song, but upon microscopic examination, you find out that this song is just a facade that Kendrick puts up when he's hanging out with his friends. I would play a clip from this song, but let's just say kids are watching. The next song is literally called The Art of Peer Pressure. He's telling the story about how he's found himself living in this crazy city that doesn't have the same morals and values that he stands by, hence the album name Good Kid, Mad City. Okay, so this next example may not make any sense, and could very possibly be incorrect. I would have punched myself in the face 3 years ago for even making this connection, but here goes. Lil Pump is possibly an example of an artist that falls into the switcheroo category, with the slight chance that his obnoxious and stupid persona is all an ironic act. It's very possible that Lil Pump actually has some depth to him. And the sad part is, even after giving his self-titled album a listen after 3 years of neglecting to, I can't even tell if it's entirely ironic. Some songs really sound like they are, but others are just too hard to tell because there's way too many that sound just like that aren't ironic. But if it is, then that would mean that Lil Pump's entire personality is a critique on how easy it is to get big in the music industry. And it worked since he got signed not too long after making Gucci Gang. Okay, so quick recap. There are instrumental, adjacent, mindless, storytelling, and switcheroo songs. This covers a pretty large area of songs that exists, but there's still one category that I'm missing, and it just so happens to be my favorite. Complex songs are ones where the artist truly gets to write from the heart. They get to express whatever crazy idea may be in their head through the lyrics of the song. But what separates this from all other categories is that these ideas are so grand, so massive, and so deep that the music alone wouldn't be able to express their idea. For this section, I'm only going to use 21 Pilots as an example since most of their songs fit in this category, and I mean, come on, Tyler's a lyrical genius. I highly doubt that anyone can listen to the instrumental of the song Neon Gravestones and be like, oh, okay, I get it. This song is about how society has made a culture in which we glorify the dead so much that it encourages young people to prematurely end their life. Or even Kitchen Sink. The title alone doesn't give you enough. I can maybe understand how one can make that insane conclusion from the title Neon Gravestones, but you can't look at the name Kitchen Sink, listen to the instrumental, and be like, so this one's saying that if you're struggling from a lack of purpose, you gotta create something that only you understand, so the purpose is to explain what that thing means. The whole reason the song is called Kitchen Sink is because you're not supposed to know what it means. I think this category of lyric writing houses some of my favorite songs because the messages are so much bigger than I'm happy, or I'm sad, or I'm insecure, so I'm gonna flex my car and money's on you with this sick beat. And through the power of figurative language and concepts, artists are able to hide the meaning for a short while until you dig into the lyrics to uncover it. Car Radio, while birthed from the event of someone taking Tyler's literal car radio, isn't a song literally about a car radio. It's about how distractions can delay your mind from thinking dark thoughts. He uses the metaphor of losing a car radio and having to drive in silence with no music to distract him to portray this. Another example is the song Pet Cheetah. Contrary to popular belief, Tyler doesn't actually have a pet cheetah named Jason Statham in his basement. Or at least I would assume he doesn't, I actually don't know. The song is actually about how tough songwriting can be and how his lyrics can't keep up with the pet cheetah that makes his beats. Yeah, this is a really strange one, but I can assure you it slaps really hard. I can see how this can turn off the casual listener since since most people don't really want to dig into the lyrics to find out if a song's good or not. But I don't know, I guess it's just really appealing to me because I'm really good at getting obsessed with a band or artist and learning everything there is to know about their music. But I think the crown jewel of 21 Pilots taking a concept and really flying with it is quite appealingly the first song Tyler ever wrote. Trees. I'm talking about the Vessel version. The regional Vest version is an auto-tune mess, I'm sorry. The lyrics of this song are just the right amount of specific and vague to create what I call a universal song. Yeah, that's right, we're not done with the categories. You thought you could escape my uncreative cliche title cards, but no, not just yet. I know where you stand, silent in the trees, and that's where I am, silent in the trees. Why won't you speak where I happen to be? Silent in the trees, standing cowardly. I can feel your breath, I can feel my death. I want to know you, I want to see, I want to say hello. That's it, that's all the lyrics. Without being too specific, the listener is able to interpret the lyrics however they want. Maybe the speaker is a silent soul at a party and the people around him are trees. Maybe the trees are a metaphor for a church and the speaker is searching for God. Maybe the trees are literal trees and the speaker is looking for someone to speak in this lonely environment. I'm sure if you asked Tyler, he would just let the speculation continue. He would let people try to put their own meaning into the song because that's a big thing he stands for. As much as it can be easy to call 21 Pilots a mainstream, cringy, emo band with a really questionable fan base at times, I encourage you to give them a shot because their music stands for so much more than many other bands that have the privilege to be as mainstream as they are. Okay, so back to what the video's about. Lyrics. What purpose do they serve? Lyrics are an alternate way that artists can convey an emotion than just music. However, at the end of the day, lyrics aren't necessary for a song to exist. There are many songs that don't include lyrics, and there's definitely not any songs that only include lyrics.
I miss the old Kanye, straight from the gold Kanye, chop up the soul Kanye, set on his
Wow. Okay, so I guess President West kind of breaks this rule. Whoops. So to sum it all up, lyrics aren't necessary, but with the inclusion of them, artists have proven to do some truly creative things. Please subscribe if you like this video. I've got more coming in the future. And I get for the people already subbed to my channel, this probably isn't what you subbed for. I'm sorry, I just wanted an excuse to talk about 21 Pilots. I promise you'll like my next video.
Philip, take it away.
Daddy, look.
21 Pilots is emo.